You are welcome to this channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe. In the news, Rivers Assembly is not rubber stamp legislature. Who said this? Amaewhule. That's the Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly. The Rivers State House of Assembly was at the center of the crisis that eventually led to the declaration of a state of emergency on the state by President Bola Tinubu. Has been described as independent and conscious of its constitutional role as one of the three arms of government. Martin Amaewhule, Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, made this known on Tuesday, October 21, 2025, while speaking at the maiden public engagement program with the team Advancing Politics and Legislature, organized by the Center for Politics, University of Port Harcourt. Martin Wachuku, Special Assistant on Media to the Speaker, Rivers State House of Assembly, in a release said, in a lecture on the role of the legislature in a democratic system, Amaewhule described the legislature as the symbol and heartbeat of democracy. He said, the legislature is the symbol of democracy. It will go down in history that during the political crisis in Rivers State, the House of Assembly under my leadership upheld the sanctity of democracy and defended the rule of law. The Speaker, with reference to the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, explained the constitutional provisions regarding elections and continuity in governance during extraordinary situations. He noted that the Constitution empowers those in authority, including the President and members of the National Assembly, to remain in office where elections cannot be conducted due to instability or national emergencies until such elections are held. Go to the 1999 Constitution as amended, it is clear that if, for any reason, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) cannot conduct elections due to instability or impossibility, those in authority shall continue until elections are conducted. That is the position of the law, the Speaker said. Drawing from judicial precedent, Amaewhule cited the recent Supreme Court judgment which affirms that in the absence of elections, duly elected officials at the local government level could continue in office until new elections are conducted, a position consistent with the constitutional principles of governance continuity. The Supreme Court has settled this matter. There is now a judicial precedent confirming that, in the absence of elections, those duly elected can continue in office until new elections are held. This reinforces the stability and continuity of governance, he said. The Speaker explained the three cardinal functions of the legislature. Number one, lawmaking; two, oversight; and three, representation, noting that these pillars are the foundation on which every democratic society stands. Amaewhule described lawmaking as the foremost duty of the legislature, which provides the legal frameworks for governance and ensures the peace, order, and good governance of the state. He stressed the importance of the Assembly's oversight function, which he said is the mechanism through which the legislature holds the executive accountable, ensuring transparency, fiscal discipline, and efficiency in public administration. Representation, Amaewhule said, connects the people to government, ensuring that their voices, needs, and aspirations are reflected in policies and laws. The Speaker commended the Center for Politics, University of Port Harcourt, for initiating the public engagement series, describing it as a bridge between academic research and real-world governance. He encouraged students to actively participate in political discourse and legislative studies to deepen democratic understanding in Nigeria. In attendance at the event were Judge Will Owunari, Vice Chancellor of the University of Port Harcourt, and prominent politicians Tonye Prince-Will, senior academics, members of the Rivers State House of Assembly, and representatives of civil society organization. Well said. Those are the things that the speaker said as the program that was organized by the University of Port Harcourt as far as and democracy is concerned. And some of the take home by the speaker are very clear. He specifically spoke upon the three particular cardinal function of the legislature, which is lawmaking, and number two, oversight, and number three, representation. And as far as representation is concerned, which is what the people really gave them to do, and they need to be very close to the people, and the people need to be very close to them. They should be able to understand the need and the plight of the people, and then they could be able to also convey that in lawmaking to the executive arm of government that can also, initiate action to bring, the plight of the people down and then give them a lease of life. The other function is oversight. The job of the legislature is to oversee what the executive is doing, to be able to cut down the excesses of the executive, and to also be able to point the attention of the executive even to some areas that it seems the executive seems not to, be looking at, because they will be are closer to the people even than the executive. They can get the feeling of the people because they are busy in the constituency and also doing lawmaking. And as far as the oversight function is concerned, it helps them to, like I said, reduce and curtail the excessive of the executive, but it doesn't give room for unnecessary fighting and rancor within the executive and the legislature, which what was done about 7 months ago or six, that warranted into the declaration of state of emergency in that state. That's not what we are talking about. There should be constructive criticism that is going to lead to mutual understanding between the two arms of government, and then the people will enjoy democracy, which is the most important thing. It is not about fighting, it's not about power, it's not about looking for what is in it for me, but for what is there for the people to declare and to be able to give the dividends of democracy to the people of their state and Nigeria at large. And the third thing is lawmaking. Which laws are they turning out? Which area are they making laws or amending the constitution or the state bylaws that is going to affect the people at large? Because lawmaking is not a small process. It goes through a lot of things, a lot of investment goes into it, and at the end of the day they should be able to make sure that laws that is going to touch the life of people, not the ego of their people or of they themselves for trying to make sure they get another term in office. No, but what will shape the life of the people is what they are supposed to legislate about. Of course, he even thanked the authority of the University of Port Harcourt. I will always say that such things like this should keep coming, and then there is a political discourse even in an academic environment. Probably it can help to reshape the way politics is being done in this country. Keep liking our channel. Don't forget to subscribe and make sure you share. Thank you.